we've had a shower move through Princeton and Caldwell County, and we'll look at our forecast here in just a few minutes. But I am honored to have in the WPKY studios this morning, I have Cathy Lewis and Jessica Rogers. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you all?
Good.
Jessica, you're going to have to lean into that mic and just a little bit, and let me so I can pick you guys up just a little bit. Appreciate you being here, and we're going to talk about an exciting event that is coming up in July, on July 29th, as a matter of fact. And it is, you've kind of got it called Cuties for a Cause, but that's sort of an umbrella name, I think. Let's get specific about what your event is and what all it's going to entail.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate you having us. Cuties for a Cause is a charity, like you said, umbrella name that Jessica and I have been doing for a couple of years. A lot of people know us for the Cuties for a Cause beauty pageant that we have every year. That we've, for the last 5 years, have raised money and given money, all proceeds of that beauty pageant, to somebody in the community in need. This year, we have added our first annual Child of Mine Mother and Son Dance. So I know everybody thinks about the father-daughter dance every year, and I know a lot of people really enjoy that and look forward to the father-daughter dance every year. So we're hoping to be able to add a mother-son dance to the mix and have that be something that people are looking forward to every year.
That sounds really great, and it's so funny. You know, there's an organization that has a father-daughter dance here in town, and that's always been successful, been going on for several years. But we don't think about moms and sons, and so tell us how it kind of course, I know you have boys, and both of you have boys. That's probably what, but tell us about the inspiration of it all and how it came about.
Of course, I've got two little girls and a little boy, so of course, Cray has done the father-daughter dance a few years ago. We're normally too busy that time of year, but he did it with our girls a couple of years ago, and we just thought, and I know Jessica's got two boys, we always thought that it would be nice to have something to do with our boys as moms.
Right.
A little while ago, the idea came to me that we needed a mother-son dance in town, and I happened to be sitting one night thinking about it and told my husband I had an idea for a new charity event, and as Jessica and I had talked before about adding something to our Cuties for a Cause umbrella to help raise money in town. And the idea came to me to have a mother-son dance. Found out about 3 days later that the idea had come to me about the same day that Cheney was diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
Of course, Cheney's got a little boy. He's the same age as my little boy. So actually, I have Riker and she's got Ryder.
Wow.
So when we found out that Cheney had been diagnosed about the same day, it just seemed like it was one of those things that was just meant to be.
Just meant to be. Well, that's excellent, and of course, this cause, Cuties for a Cause, your mother-son dance, is all the proceeds will go to help benefit Cheney and what she's going through. Tell us, let's get specific about the event and what moms and the participants can expect the day of. How that'll go.
Well, the fantastic thing about the dance is we've had a great response already. We do have a couple of places in town that have already donated services. So we have Magic Mike's, I believe they're out of Madisonville actually, is a DJ service.
Great.
So we will have a real live DJ on site to DJ the event.
Awesome.
So we'll have some fantastic music. First Baptist Church has donated their facility so that we have a great facility to be able to have the event in. And Fuller Photography is going to be doing photos for all the moms and sons as they're coming in the door. So each mom and son will be presented with a photo for the event as well.
Nice.
The event itself is, I know a lot of people have asked about age limit on sons. We have no age limit.
Wow.
If your son is 16 and you've been wanting one of these for the last 16 years, then you can drag him out to the
Oh,
event.
neat. He might come screaming and kicking. No, I'm just kidding. 16-year-olds, but no, I think that's great.
He might, but we've had threats from some moms to bring out their older
That's
sons.
right.
So, there is no age limit for the sons. As far as dress code goes, it's church attire or more. If they want to dress up more, they can. But at
Have
the
fun with
bare
it.
minimum, church attire, right?
Yeah.
So we all see the pictures every year of the father-daughter dance and the little girls all dressed up and the dads wearing their ties. And we want the mother-son dance to have the same feel to it.
Right. Jessica, what do you think? I mean, I'm going to try to draw you out and get your thoughts on
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, with the mother of boys, you kind of get left out.
Right.
Kyle doesn't have, Kyle's daughter's older, so he never had a father-daughter dance.
Right.
And now, we have boys. Boys are for sports, right?
Yeah, that's what
not
people,
dances.
That's
so,
right.
But I was always kind of jealous of the father-daughter, get dressed up with your kid and go out and dance and have fun, and So I think it's a super idea, and I think that everything happens for a reason. That we were kind of thinking about doing something different, and it's just kind of
Timing
fell
worked
in
out right.
our lap. And Cheney is a great person in our community, and I think that it's an
Sure.
honor to be able to help her.
Sure is. And so I think I saw on something about food too. I don't know if did I see like one of my favorites, pizza or something?
Yeah, we will have it. We figured somebody said something about cupcakes, and I said we've got a bunch of little boys coming in and big boys coming in, and we're going to need to feed them. So
Yeah.
we will have pizza as well as refreshments available for the dance.
Great.
The whole time that people are there, they'll be able to get some pizza and refreshments. Because of that, we do have a cutoff as far as registration because we need a head count.
Yeah. Right.
So
Tell us
the
about that.
event is $15 per mother and son couple. You can add an extra son for $5. Of course, we say mother and son. It can be grandmother and grandson,
Right.
aunts, aunts and
Friends.
nephews. It can be anything of that nature, any combination that gives you a mother and son, so to speak. And you can add an extra, like I said, for $5. The registration fee and paperwork needs to be turned in by July 22nd. If it's turned in later than that, there will be a $10 late fee. And again, that's so we can get a head count on the pizza
Sure.
and things like that. There are registration forms available at Times Leader, at Main Attraction, and at Taco John's, as well as on our Facebook page.
And we'll put one on the WPKY website as well. I know it'd be easy to do that and get it in PDF form. If they need to print it off there, they can do that and get it to you all as well. Is all the information on there as far as where to get it back to?
It is,
Okay.
and they can mail the form back in or drop it off with one of us at Jessica at Main Attraction or myself at Taco John's. Either of those, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to get it turned in. So we do have that. Like I said, we've got a great DJ coming. We've been
Yeah.
talking to her about music, and everything will be PC and kid-friendly.
Yeah.
Right.
But we will have some fun dance music as well as...
No doubt about it. It'll be a fun time, and it's always, I tended, I've got a daughter and a son. I'm going to encourage my wife and son to go. We'll see what happens. He's a country boy, and he might want a two-step, but I don't know.
Well.
Let's, I know I always got just a tremendous amount of, gratitude. I mean, just feeling great with my daughter and be able to we went several years, and I know it's a special time, and I mean this is a nice event that you're having for Cheney. What other things would folks need to know? Of course, it's at the Life Center there at First Baptist Church, and what are the times on that?
The dance will start at 5 o'clock and end around 10 o'clock. We will start, when they come in the door, they will start with photos and then work their way through to the dance itself. Okay. That way the boys don't get pizza all over the front of their nice clothes before we take photos. It is a charity event, so all proceeds do go to
Yes.
Cheney and her son Ryder. The event is actually more, I think, for Ryder than it is for Cheney at this point. He's a little boy that's got a future ahead of him that is going to need some help along the way, and his mom's going to need some help with her recovery here. So,
Definitely.
Because it is a charity event, and all proceeds are donated, we try the best we can to make sure all of our expenses are covered. And we do that locally through sponsorships.
Okay.
Businesses and individuals even can sponsor the event, and we have different levels of sponsorship, and we can list those levels, or they're available on our website. But basically, every level of sponsorship has a title, and those levels of sponsorship, what will happen is there'll be a table sponsor.
Okay.
So when they sponsor the event, their logo and name will go in the middle of one of the tables.
Okay.
And the ones that are our highest level of sponsor, our superhero sponsors.
Let's talk about those levels. Let's go ahead and talk about those.
We have sponsorship levels. Sponsorship of any level helps. We don't
Sure.
care if it's $5 or $10.
Right.
Anything we get can help.
Let's just tell folks how they can help if they want to be a part of it.
So sponsorship levels start at the sponsorship levels for the table start at $50. $50 to $100 is an all-star sponsor. You'll notice a theme with our names here. Home run sponsor is anything from $100 to $149 in sponsorship. Then we have a Grand Slam sponsor, which is $150 to $199. And then superhero sponsors is anything $200 or above. Now, we are an EIN 501c3 tax-exempt organization. So all sponsors can be given a letter of verification that they did their donation, and it is tax-exempt.
Yes, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I thought I saw, at least on the Facebook posting, that you were a 501c3. And that's good for folks to know as well. And I did. And then we were talking about the theme. I love the baseball theme, and I was going to ask you about the overall dance. So mothers and their sons can probably expect to see a lot of baseball sports type theme there.
All boys. We didn't want to, we're all about sports.
Right.
And Donovan and Riker love superheroes, so we were like, well, do we do a superhero? Do we do a sports? Do we do a glow-in-the-dark? And we're like, we're just going to do boys. You
Right.
know, all things boys, because, some boys think, oh, well, I don't want to go I'm too old to do a superhero dance, or
Right.
I'm too old to do a baseball dance, or I don't like baseball. So we're like, we're doing all things
You're gonna mix
boys.
it up.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to mix it up and make sure it's fun for all the boys included, no matter what their age might be or what their interests might be. It'll just be something fun for that mother-son.
I might show up with my mom.
Yeah,
Sounds fun.
Hey,
It sounds
no
fun.
age limit.
Well, it sounds like a fantastic event, and for a wonderful cause. And is there anything that we have not discussed as far as your flyers are concerned? I had just heard, when I called you, Cathy, I just kind of heard just snippets of it, and finally got on the Facebook page and kind of looked at what this event really was, and didn't realize when I heard, I knew you did the pageant thing, didn't realize that this was a mother and son dance, and what a cool idea. I mean, you just it's wonderful that you thought of it. Is there anything that we did not cover that you think folks need to know about the event?
Other than, like you said, it's a mother-son dance. So I know a lot of people probably noticed, those who have followed Cuties for a Cause for the last 5 years have noticed we had a massive overhaul of our logo for Cuties for a Cause. We're expanding into the realm of something other than just beauty pageants. But anybody who's followed our beauty pageants has seen over the last few years that we tend to raise $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for people in our community.
Yeah,
it makes a big difference for them.
We're very blessed to be able to do that for people in our community.
Right,
And
and what a wonderful way to do it.
Well, and it takes a village. It takes a whole community of people to come together, and we've found the last few years that we have a lot of success getting people in our community to come together to help out. We've had a lot of offers for volunteers for this event, so I think we'll be good for volunteers.
Okay, I was going to ask you if you feel like you've got all your help in place.
I think we've got plenty of people coming forward to volunteer.
Good.
At this point, our focus will move to the fundraising, to find the sponsorships for our tables. Those higher level superhero sponsors that I mentioned will have more than just a sponsorship on the table. They will also be on the backdrop for the photos. And the event itself, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun night for
Sounds
a lot
like
of people, and it's all going to be for a good cause.
Tell folks that might be listening and they want to say, hey, I want to be a part of this, or I want to help, or want to donate. Give us over the air here who they can contact, and I'm sure yourself. But what is the preferred method that somebody listening to this now says, hey, I want to help? How can give us a way to get in touch with you all?
The easiest way to get in touch with us is either to call myself at 270-703-2346, or to call Jessica
At 270-601-0518.
Either way, Taco John's at Princeton, I'm there, and
Right.
I can get the sponsorship paperwork and the applications are all there as well, so they can
Okay.
get a copy of it there. They can also get a copy from Jessica at Main Attraction.
Okay,
This
so main
afternoon.
attraction at main attraction this afternoon,
Yeah.
or they can stop by Taco John's and come in and talk about it, or grab their packet or whatever they need to get rolling on this.
Right.
Like
Like I said, we've already got sponsorships rolling in. A big thanks to Wendy Fuller and Fuller Photography for volunteering their time.
That's
and
great.
Also photographs.
Ashley Miller, excuse me.
At Magic Mike's DJ, like first said,
Okay.
for volunteering his time to donate. We've already had some sponsorships roll in as well. I know West Kentucky ATV across the road here has already donated at a superhero sponsorship level as well. So.
Wow, so you guys are off to a fantastic start, and we're talking over the rain here, and so we'll try to keep you talking so we can keep you dry in here for a few more minutes. So let's talk a little bit more about your Cuties for a Cause. We're talking about pageants. We'll shift gears just a little bit, and let's talk about some of the things that you have done with your Cuties for a Cause, your pageants, and let's talk about that just a little bit, because that's an ongoing thing as well. And so let's delve into that a little bit.
It is, and Cuties for a Cause functions under the umbrella of Cakes Against Cancer for Kids, which was a charity I founded years ago.
Okay.
That got huge and overwhelming, and was something that I couldn't take care of myself anymore with my children. So I had passed that charity off to another couple that was managing it for a while, but began a smaller umbrella charity under it.
Okay.
And that was Cuties for a Cause. And Jessica and I, a couple of years ago, Who did it start
5-year
with?
Relay for Life.
We started with Relay for Life fundraising.
Wait,
and
actually, no. We started for
The walk.
Nashville, the cancer walk.
there's a children's cancer walk every year, and I think our first one went to
Nashville.
that, and then
Right.
we did our Relay for Life team, which was also for that. But locally, we shifted gears towards more of a local need with Kara, right?
Yeah.
Was Kara our first?
Kara Davis.
Okay, yes.
When we saw a need locally to help people in our town raise money,
Right.
raise money for people in our town. We started a couple of years ago with Kara and helping her raise money for her treatment. It's for us. It's a way to give back to the community.
Sure.
It's a way for us to show our kids that giving back is a good thing. If you paid real close attention to our new logo includes 3 little boys and 2 little girls.
Right.
I have 2 girls and a boy, and Jessica's got 2 boys. So
Okay.
if you pay really close attention to that logo is our children.
Yeah.
So
Great.
this is a charity that we hope our kids will move forward with. I know that
Yeah.
all of mine will be at this event working, and Riker will be there because he is my little boy. So I got to bring
Yep.
him with me.
Oh, sure.
So,
You might
but-
might sneak in a dance between working
yeah.
on it.
So all of my kids will be there working that night. I know my girls are already really excited about it, and I know Jessica's boys will be there as well. So
And your Cuties for a Cause, your pageants you have, and these have been pageants, and I've seen some pictures on your Facebook page. Your daughters, and they're just
Yeah.
beautiful,
Thank
and,
you.
and they're doing pageants, correct?
I've got one that does pageants.
Yeah, you got one that's got
I've
pageant.
got one that's all into sports,
Right.
and one that does pageants. So,
Okay, and so
Total
that's what these
opposites.
events have been like Kara's event. It's been a pageant for little girls.
It has been, and
Okay.
we keep
Well-
it really local. Our pageant's a little different than a lot because we keep one whole category of our pageant just for girls who've never done pageants before.
Okay,
And we keep it that way because we do tend to sponsor someone local, and a lot of times it's a little girl from Miss Kara's class who's always kind of wanted to do a pageant, and this one's for Miss Kara, so she's going to do it. Well, we don't want her to feel like she can't compete because these other girls compete all the time.
and they've done it before, right?
So,
Right.
so we,
Well,
keep
isn't that great?
we keep a whole section of our pageant just for new girls. I think a lot of girls locally have used our pageant as a way to get started. They try at our pageant, see if they like it. You know, no harm, no foul. It's not
Right.
an expensive pageant. They're not competing against professional girls.
And I think I've seen where some of the dresses and some of the outfits are, you rotate them and use them and let people that don't or can't get their own to use them, correct?
We do whatever we can to make sure anybody who wants to come
Right.
can come.
That's
So,
great.
And it always seems like 2 years ago we thought, we're just not going to do it this year. We can't think of anybody that really needs it, and that
we're busy with everything
we're
we've got going
busy.
on.
And people will come to us and go, hey, listen, like it was that year, it was Josh Rogers, and we really didn't. I mean, we knew them or
Right.
knew her through school, but we really didn't know them. And we were like, well, we really didn't know that they had a situation going on. We
Right.
didn't know that he was battling cancer and could use our help, and and so we talked about it, and we were like, you know what, it's an annual thing. Let's do it.
Wow.
Let's just make a spot, and that's what
Yeah,
we have to do. We have to
Fantastic.
make it.
Well,
Make
like
a-
that year, I mean, we had so much going on, both of us did, and I made a post on my Facebook page saying we were just going to skip that year. Things had been too busy, and I think within a matter of half an hour, we had
You had it going.
45 messages.
Wow.
With
Like,
people
don't do
going,
it.
no, John Rogers needs your help this year, and
Yeah.
so we went ahead and you make room, you make time to give back, and
It's fantastic because heard the rumblings of this organization, didn't really know what you did, saw the pageants, and didn't realize that it targeted people in our own community. That is fantastic and wonderful, and you're exactly right. We were talking before we came on the air about community, and it's just so fantastic just to learn each and every day of some of the things that are going on, and I think the listening audience probably are just going, wow, that's such a great, cool thing that they may not have heard that what you guys are doing because
Yeah, and I think as a community, we are very blessed
No
to be
doubt.
able to, our small town, we really rally around people.
We do.
When a tragedy happens or a sickness or,
you're exactly right.
I mean, we really
It's not a
rally
better-
around.
Not a better place to
No.
live, I don't think, when something like that
Yeah.
happens. And this is a terrific example of that.
And I know there's other events going on for Cheney. I know there's a run coming up for Cheney,
Right.
which I think we've got softball that day, but we're going to try our best to
Yeah.
get over
Right,
there.
right.
But there's we always tend to have a good
I
community
think that's
backing.
Saturday, next Saturday.
The-
not-
next-
The
not this
24th.
Yeah,
The
24th.
Yep.
Then
I
think
had Claire in to talk about that
yeah.
last week.
And I think Drew and Claire and a couple other people they have the bracelets.
Right.
And I think they're on sale, or they're for sale right now for $3. And I think Drew said she'd have some at Heaton's today. And
Okay. Well, check that out, folks, if you want to help, because there's all kinds of ways you can help.
Yeah.
And one way to help is, of course, if you have a son and you're a mom out there listening, is to participate in this wonderful event that's going to happen. This will be July 29th, so you've got some time here.
July 29th. And again, the registration fee is only $15. And
Yeah.
you're getting with that the event, which obviously we've got,
Well
the
worth
DJ'd
it.
event. It's going to be well worth it. And pizza.
Yeah.
So we'll feed you and your child while you're there, and you'll walk away with a photo as well.
You
Of
can't
course,
go
the
out
photo
to
will
eat.
probably come, a couple weeks later, because
Any
they've got to
chance
take
of-
them and develop them.
Any chance the potato lays will show up?
Well, we have, that's what I said, we have event sponsors. And like I said, we mentioned the sponsorships earlier. Cuties
Yeah.
for a Cause overall sponsors are Taco John's and Main
Right.
Attraction, but potato lays don't tend to travel well to large events.
I noticed that. I stopped last night and got 2 larges. I went home to grill some ribeye steaks, and I said, I think potato lays would go good with those
Yeah.
steaks. So I got 2 larges, and I went home. They were still good, but yeah, I had to make another stop, and but man, my son and I downed them. We love them. So yeah, they go good with steak, by the way.
They pretty much go good with everything.
They
Yeah.
do.
My waistline.
Yeah, except my waistline as well.
But it's Taco John's is one of the main sponsors of the event,
Right.
as its main attraction, because obviously that's where Jessica and I
That's
spend the majority of our time.
that's where you're there. Yeah.
I think it's going to be for $15. You're not going to be able to get a better event in town.
No, sounds
It's
fantastic.
reasonable and affordable for all the moms out there, and again, it's all going towards a good cause.
It definitely is, and we want to, while we've got time here on the air, we want to appeal to all moms and sons to
Yes.
check out the website and and the Facebook page. Let's give that first. What is? Do we know it?
It
Cuties
is,
for a
yeah.
Cause.
It's facebook.com/cuties for a cause.
Right.
And when you go to that page and you scroll down, there is an event. The event page
Right.
is for Cheney is listed.
And there's a
on
picture
there.
of Cheney, I think, and her little
And-
boy there.
Yeah,
There it is.
and
Yeah.
Ryder.
And you can click on the event page. All the information is again on the event page. Go ahead and share the event. We've like I said, this community pulls together. The first day we put up the event, it was shared over 180 times.
Yeah, that's
We've had
fantastic.
a huge response again on moms and sons saying they're coming to the event. So it's just time to start getting our registrations in.
Awesome.
They have started rolling in. I've started getting envelopes in the mail at home. So we're starting to get registrations in. At this point, too, the sponsorships are a huge push for us. We're going to be making the rounds around town asking for sponsorships to be filled for the event.
Okay.
So that's our next big push on this one.
Awesome. All right. Well, Cathy, Jessica, pleasure. Glad you all have come in, and glad you brainstormed this event. It sounds like it's going to be a great event, great night. We encourage everybody out there listening to get ready for the Cuties for a Cause, and we'll call it the.
It's a child of mine.
Child of Mine, yeah, and it's a mother-son dance event, and it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic night. It's going to be at First Baptist Church Life Center, and they're going to have pizza and a great DJ, and they want you to come just have a good time and be a part of it, and for a wonderful cause as well. So appreciate you all being here today.
Thank you
I've
for
tried.
having
I don't
me.
know if we're going to be able to talk through all the rain,
Oh,
but
no.
y'all are welcome to hang out. We'll have a cup of coffee. We'll talk more about this, and if you're listening out there, do get in touch with Cathy or Jessica and be a part of this great event that's happening and that they've worked and are continuing to work to get together here in Princeton and Caldwell County. So appreciate you all being
Thank
here
you.
at
Thank you.
8:27
Thank you.
on this rainy old day here. We do have rain, and our temperature is